What is going on YouTube? Hitting back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have some fairly important things to discuss. Specifically in today's video, I really want to focus in on XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, as well as the S&P 500 if we have time. In today's video specifically, I do want to show you guys a few things. I'm starting to see some key indicators of what could be a reversal forming right now in a lot of the major cryptocurrencies, which I know is great, but it's also, some people might look at this as a negative, which isn't necessarily a problem. I know a lot of people want markets to go to all-time highs, which, you know, I'm right there too, wanting all-time highs in Bitcoin and XRP. But we're starting to see some key indicators of a reversal, which may not mean a reversal is coming right yet, but I just want to show you guys these, and you know, I want to get an understanding. I want to understand whether or not you guys see this as a potential reversal too, because as you guys know, here on the channel, we all come together, we all make decisions, and when we have now officially 20,000 subscribers all making decisions together, we have a pretty accurate, representation of where the market's going to be headed. I also have a potential double bottom formation on the S&P 500, which could mean it's time to buy back in. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, smash the thumbs up button, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm, turn on post notifications, make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright guys, so yesterday was a milestone here for the channel. November 24th of 2020, we managed to hit 20,000 subscribers. This is incredible to see how quickly we were able to get there, gaining over 2,000 subscribers literally in less than a week, which is incredible. Videos are exploding. You guys are killing it, so huge shout out to you. I'm brainstorming right now a giveaway idea, so if you have one, leave them in the comments down below. Nothing crazy, but I am starting to figure out what I want to give away, merchandise, something like that, custom merch. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. Otherwise, to jump right into today's episode, I just want to start by looking at the the current coin market cap. Everything is exploding still. I mean, most cryptocurrencies are slowly starting to get back down. Conservatively, XRP is the only one that's really consistently pumping higher, up 134% in less than 7 days. Incredible. And up 10% on the day just today, which is also an incredible move. Stellar too is also exploding up 160%. This was actually mentioned by one of the subscribers we had, commented it on a video. It's up 40%. That's absolutely incredible in the day, and 100 for 60 cents in total, which is literally insane. There are so many cryptocurrencies to make money off. It's so hard to just focus in on one all the time, especially when we have such big cryptocurrencies forming as well. And it's maybe possible to add another altcoin to the list and to record and talk about. But otherwise, to jump right into today's video, specifically looking at XRP right now on Bityard, you could see a few things. Really, you have to consider looking at Bityard on XRP to Tether, and then looking at XRP to US dollar on the market. So just a few things first. As you guys should know, the XRP chart on Bityard is fairly new because they didn't add XRP until a couple of months ago, back like maybe July or in mid-August or maybe mid-July. I don't know, somewhere around there, back in July of 2019 is when they added it, July 10th around. So they don't have the all-time high in 2017. It's not there. So there's less technical analysis on the XRP chart here. So even though these were great indicators, especially forming this symmetrical triangle that led to the massive 30% explosion, we now have to take our analysis to another cryptocurrency chart to basically get a better understanding of where Bityard could be going. First things first, what we can make out is the fact that this is a candle that represents uncertainty. This might mean that we have hit a top in XRP, and this could reference what could be a short. So mainly today's episode is focusing on potential short possibilities. Now, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, as most people do obviously want the coin to continue pumping higher, but Just because the market might be reversing and dipping lower doesn't mean we can't make money on it. Now, I know a ton of you guys were DMing me telling me that you guys made a fortune off cryptocurrency on my Patreon, as well as DMing me on Twitter and Instagram. But specifically now, we might be able to make double our money, catching the wave back down. The fact that BitYard actually offers a way to short cryptocurrency and short XRP specifically allows us to make, if not double, more money than what we had made on the rise up. So as you guys can see, we've done a few different trading techniques. We're now at $7,400 in the balance by buying in at certain levels. I did specifically mention my trades in Patreon. For those of you that don't know what Patreon is, it's where I've been posting pretty much all of my crypto trades, how to buy in long, how to sell short, the S&P 500, some pretty crazy and interesting things. So definitely make sure to check it out. I did link Patreon in the description down below. I also want to give a huge shout out to everybody that is part of Patreon. We just broke 100 patrons as of yesterday. This is another huge milestone. The same time we broke 20,000 subs, we broke 100 patrons. So this is absolutely incredible. Definitely make sure to check it out. Join a growing community as we approach some pretty crazy numbers in price. Otherwise, moving into today's episode, into the XRP chart, we're now looking at what could be potential resistance and reversals. So, as we're starting to approach levels of all-time high, and we're reaching levels where really the price has not been here for much longer than a few months, if that, we're starting to hit resistances right now. These are very, very, very vital and key resistances in the market. So it's going to be hard to track right now as we start to reach out and retest, resistances and key areas where there's really not much support or resistance. The few and little, resistances that we do have do come, at some importance. Not only that, it's now a major focus to look at other cryptocurrencies to get a general understanding of where the market is going to be going, so that when we do decide to pump, we'll be able to use the altcoins, create a conglomerate source of information, and then, that we should have a very, solid approach to a cryptocurrency that doesn't have some good reading techniques or reading signs. So we are hitting resistance. We managed to wick up above 77, and then we corrected back down to 70 cents. Scrolling back in history, we're now looking at references closer to 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, in 2018, where we're looking at areas where we did have resistance in the past at this level. You can see as I scroll out to the daily, I just want to show you guys my key, level of resistance. You can see it's right here where that red band is going across. This is referencing resistance, and you can see why I have a slight interest in this level, because we've used this in the past. You could see when we first decided to explode, 70 cents was where we were kind of hanging out in the past. We then came down to, similar areas and similar levels in the past. Here. I can even circle it to make it a little more obvious for you guys. So we use this as a bottom support. We use this as a support. This was a slight resistance, resistance again, and then resistance. So we really have quite a bit of key indicators that would reference this as a resistance level for the coin right now. And you can start to see that's pretty much happening as we speak. Now, this isn't a sign of a bullish explosion yet, or a reversal yet, but it is something we have to consider. Granted, literally this is a key reversal indicator right here, and we managed to explode up higher than that, so that's something to consider. But now we're seeing, some sort of cross doji, right here. And yep, you can see it right here. This is pretty much what we're looking at. This is a high price to low price, open and close. A dragonfly doji is what we're referring to. So let's see what a dragonfly doji represents. Dragonfly doji, boom. So it's showing that dragonfly dojis represent a reversal signal in the market, a move to the opposite direction. You can see right here, in a downward trend, long, lower shadow, and vice versa. So this usually represents a reversal. So considering that, now looking at here in a bullish trend, we have a long downwards, candle wick, or it could be at the upside. That might be something to consider too. Maybe if this was a dragonfly to the other end. No, I don't think it is. Ultimately, I do think this is showing, signs of what could be a reversal. It's showing that there's a very, very, very strong resistance at 70 cents. The bulls do not want this to go through. But we're also seeing that the bulls are pushing the bears down, and we ultimately pulled all the way back up. So there's still a huge attempt to break through 70 cents. So there's another, few key indicators we can use. We can use Coinbase Pro. We can use the volume logs to really indicate the direction the market wants to move to. That's only if Coinbase Pro wants to load. If not, you guys understand that there will most likely be a big buying wall at 70 cents. I would love to show you guys on Coinbase Pro, but it just doesn't seem like that's going to be possible today. Here we go. So you can see, oh, it was loaded in. Let's see if this loads in real quick. You can see for the most part that if we're not going to see XRP, so it's going to be, fairly tough at this point. But there should be a big volume wall at 70 cents. I'll probably have to do it on Binance, which I don't have up at the current moment. But consider a big buying wall at 70 cents right now. That's the struggle that we're having. If we break through the 70 cent buy wall, we're going to explode even higher, probably, as much as we've already done. Also consider if we want to play the reversal, and this is, uncertainty. This is a reversal signal. We have, extreme overbought market right now, trading high as 90 on the daily, which is another extreme indicator of reversal. Moving on to other key indicators, Ethereum is extremely overbought. You can see right here, we're starting to see once again extreme reversal patterns. We had our uncertainty candle wick right here. Now we're starting to see a reverse to the downside, as this, could reference a, key indicator. You can see how it is also hitting resistance, one that we haven't used in literally years. This is going back now to 2018 as well. But you can see the resistance. You can see the indicator. You can see the problem zone, how this immediately referenced a reversal. You can also see what's interesting is this almost looks like the pattern that's forming right now. You can see the indicators that happened here. They were all red and they had huge uncertainty markers with them, huge uncertainty wicks, eventually indicating to the downtrend. You see, really understand the way that these candles look and now compare them to the way the market looks currently right now, and you can see it almost looks like we're starting that same pattern right now, which could ultimately lead to a immediate correction back down to $500. This would be a huge play and a huge short. We do have to consider and these options for leverage trading. Bitcoin is pumping higher once again. Hasn't retested 20,000 yet, but we are literally about to. It's literally a hit or miss right now, guys. Litecoin 2 is also showing huge signs of reversal, as it's also hitting a resistance up here at $90. You can see back in the past where the resistance has been before, right here, here. I don't know why these little things are, keep appearing on the chart, but they're, of little use to me. But you can see where those resistances are in play and the fact that we're hitting it again. Lastly, to wrap up today's video so we don't get too long, you can see S&P 500 is signaling what I believe might actually be a, double bottom and a potential reversal to the upside. Those of you that don't know what a double bottom is a technical pattern, that describes a change in trend and the momentum reversal from prior leading price action. It describes the drop of a stock or index, a rebound, another drop to the same or similar level, considered a neckline, and then a rebound once again. The double bottom looks like a letter W. The twice touch low is considered a support level, as we know, and it's also considered a neckline. So you can see what an example of a double bottom is, where the double bottom hit right here, 1, 2, and then it's going to head higher. Usually indicates a reversal. So we have to consider the options of what could be, a highly effective pop to the upside if this does, consider taking it to that level. You can see clearly the W that is forming on the S&P 500 right now. You can see exactly what I'm looking at. Here is the W, here is the neckline, here's the double bottom. And now what we're starting to look at is what could be some people can even consider this cup and handle. Not really entirely, but you can see that there's a small resistance up here. So it's possible if we break through this, we're going to, break out. We're going to hit higher levels. It's just a very odd market to be buying in. I just really want you guys to understand this. Yes, we are breaching outside of our resistance, but you just really have to consider, last time we were in areas of overbought, last time we were in areas where we retested the uptrend. Last time let's just look back in 2018, back when we were able to break out outside this resistance. You can see an immediate breakout and it, caused for an immediate reversal. We were overbought. Scrolling forward again, You can clearly see times when we became overbought near the neckline, which was right here, and not necessarily fully overbought, but we traded outside of here. We had a few days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days of wicking outside of this resistance, and then we reversed downwards. So now looking forward, yes, we are definitely much higher out here, but we're getting close to overbought. And these usually, once again, indicate reversals. They usually indicate the market is not going to breach outwards and it's going to reverse downwards. The fact that this has been 11 years now on the dot of just trading, very, very close to this resistance is a big indicator of a reversal pattern. Multiple times, not able to break above. Not able to break above, not able to break above. Once again, not able to break above. You can clearly see the resistance. You can clearly see the problem zone. It's definitely a possibility that we surge outside. Huge possibility. It's just this, weird feeling that there's a good chance we're not. And there's a good chance we're still going to reverse down as we are starting to get a little too close to comfort, if you ask me. Otherwise, guys, I'm not too worried about the market right now. I'm still waiting for some sort of pump. I mean, why does it make sense to buy into a market that's currently trading at 63, almost 70, forming an overbought market when we could be buying in much closer to the moving average and be buying in when the market is oversold, buying in down here. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait. I got nothing to lose. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you learned a few things. Definitely make sure to check out my Patreon if you're interested. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, CryptoVofficial, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.